So grace is that dimension of life which is holding everything together. When we say grace, because the word has been used by religious groups for a long time, immediately you think we are talking about something God, grace, God's grace. No, I'm not talking about God's grace, I'm just talking about grace in which even God should exist. Even if you think you're a god, you have to exist in the grace because the very planet, the solar system exists in this. So this force, which keeps everything together, somebody was trying to explain, it is simplistic, but you can look at it this way. See, an apple fell down and Isaac Newton got excited. It is an observation. It is not any kind of a scientific, it is not a law by any means. There is no mathematical basis to it even today. All kinds of calculations have been done, but nobody has arrived at it. It is only an observation, which you could observe if you just fall off 5 feet ledge, you will clearly observe, you only fall down. But an apple fell, but the whole tree was growing up, nobody noticed that. So there is something which is functioning in the universe without which you cannot exist. The grace of yoga, we should have said yoga of grace, but it's the grace of yoga is that you make yourself in such a way that you become more available to grace than gravity. If you're available to gravity, you will become a creature on the planet, nothing wrong. Just limited, that's all. Is there something wrong with a grasshopper, with an earthworm, with a cockroach, with the sparrow? Is there something wrong? Nothing wrong. They're wonderful life by themselves. Just limited, that's all. Limited possibility. The significance of being human is, the possibilities have expanded in a massive way compared to an earthworm. That is the significance. But all those people who are committed to security in their life, security is the only aspect, the core aspect of their life. Their choice of what they're doing in their life, security decides that. Their choice of who they marry, security decides that. Their choice of how many children they have, security decides that. Their choice of what they do today or not do today, security decides that. Then when you're too concerned about physical survival, then you are in camaraderie with the grasshopper. Now, grasshopper is having fun, That also you think is dangerous. Earthworm. But earthworm is very eco-friendly, you're not, that's the problem. So, grace of yoga means becoming available to the grace. Grace is always there, otherwise this existence cannot be. For lack of English words, we are using grace. So, to become more available to that, so that your life feels elevated, small concerns are no more concerns for you. Today, what I eat, where I sleep, what happens, what is going to happen, what's not going to happen, is not of a concern to you. Today, how I am, how profound is my experience of life, this becomes your concern when there is grace.
Have you ever wondered what binds the vast expanse of the universe? What is the invisible force that showers blessings unexpectedly? Why, amidst this boundless beauty, does man still find himself entangled in problems? Let's embark on a journey to unravel these mysteries. Have you ever pondered the true nature of God? Many envision God as a figure, as a being residing in the heavens, watching over us. But if you delve deeper, a more profound understanding will emerge. God is not merely a person or a singular entity, but a pervasive energy, an eternal essence that permeates every atom, every molecule of this vast universe. This omnipresent force isn't confined to temples or scriptures. It is the very fabric that holds existence together. It's a common practice to worship or appease God, seeking blessings or forgiveness, yet the divine is not an entity to be bargained with, but it is a presence to be felt, to be recognized and deeply experienced in the silent moments of our lives. When we utter the word God, we are not just referencing a deity, but the universal consciousness, the infinite intelligence that underlies all existence. This consciousness doesn't judge, it doesn't differentiate based on gender, and doesn't play favorites. It's beyond human constructs of good or evil, beyond our limited perceptions. In its purest form, it simply and profoundly is. Have you ever experienced a moment, a fleeting instance where everything aligns perfectly, almost magically? That is grace in action. Grace is the profound, loving energy of God that seamlessly weaves itself into the tapestry of our lives. It manifests in myriad ways, as an unexpected blessing on a challenging day, as a chance meeting that changes the course of our journey, or as a sudden insight that illuminates a previously cloudy path. Often, we think of grace as reserved for the pious or the devout. Yet, in truth, grace is God's silent language. It is a divine communication that constantly whispers to us, reminding us of our inherent worth and our connection to the cosmos. It is that gentle nudge from the universe guiding us when we veer off traffic, holding our hand when we stumble, and infusing us with strength and hope in moments of despair. Embracing grace doesn't necessitate religious rituals or elaborate ceremonies. It's about being present, being open to the wonders around us. It's about receiving with an open heart, being receptive to the subtle signs, and approaching life with humility. Because in that humility, in that openness, you become vessels for the boundless grace that the universe wishes to bestow upon you. In the vast expanse of the universe, where everything is interconnected, why does man often feel isolated and alone? This quandary is deeply rooted in man's illusion of separateness. He convinces himself that he stands apart, distinct from the divine, detached from the rhythmic dance of nature, and isolated from the tapestry of humanity that binds us all. This self-imposed isolation fosters a sense of individuality that gives birth to the ego, which is a false sense of self. With ego comes a cascade of other challenges. Desire blossoms, urging man to constantly seek more, never content with the present. Greed follows, an insatiable hunger for possession and control. And with these, the shadow of fear looms large. Fear of loss, rejection, and the unknown. At the core of all these complexities lies man's forgetfulness of his true essence, his intrinsic connection to all that is. Man's struggles, then, are not born from the world outside, but from the turmoil within. They arise from his ignorance of his true nature and his entanglement in the web of ego. Immersed in this state of awareness, man becomes oblivious to the abundant grace that envelops him, which then results in a cycle of suffering, conflict, and a longing for something more profound. It is only by peeling back these layers of illusion that man can hope to rediscover his true self and find lasting peace. Have you ever paused and pondered upon the essence of your being? What are you beyond the tangible, beyond the confines of your physical form? The answer to your myriad problems lies in this profound understanding. You are not merely transient beings of flesh and bone, passing through a fleeting existence. Instead, you are eternal souls, luminous and boundless, intricately woven into the grand cosmic tapestry that is the universe. The journey to this realization is not external, it is a deep inward voyage. Through practices like meditation, you can navigate the depths of your consciousness, transcending the noisy chatter of the mind and turning into the harmonious rhythm of the heart. This heart, untainted by worldly concerns, holds the key to your true essence. By immersing yourself in its wisdom, by truly going within, you can tap into the divine energy that pulsates within you and all around, the energy you know as God. In this profound state of connectedness, where the self merges with the infinite, grace becomes your constant companion. It flows effortlessly, wrapping you in its embrace. Problems which were once towering and insurmountable begin to dissolve, fading away in the light of higher understanding. And as you align with this cosmic consciousness, the universe, in all its vastness and mystery, begins to unveil its secrets, guiding you towards a state of eternal peace and bliss.